Hi, very good morning everyone. This is Jaslin. Welcome to Simply Nature, Healthy and Sexy. And once again, every Thursday, 8 a.m. with you. Welcome back. Alright, I'm checking on my computer if it's well connected. At the same time, maganda umaga. So all my friends in the Philippines, 大家早上. All my friends in Hong Kong, I hope you guys are doing well. Friends in Singapore, a very good morning. 大家早上好. And here I am again. I'm just going to do a recap of what we have learned last week. Last week I was sharing about expire clothes, expire household product, expire wearables. There's actually expiry date on all this thing that I've just mentioned. Alright, and we should always make sure that things that I just mentioned, which if you missed my last episode, do take note to actually go down to the link, the YouTube link. I actually kept all my previous episodes so that you don't miss any. If even in your busy schedule, I believe that you could always go back and re-listen. Alright, because these are the things that I've done researching, and I think it's very important for every one of us to know, especially parents out there. You have kids, and these are the things that I mentioned that will be helpful to establish and make sure that your kids, going forward has what you call that, is able to have a right lifestyle. They will not be they can be away from all the harm that they could as young as they are. So hope you re-listen to the episode that I've done last week. Alright, so back to this week. What I'm going to share with you this week, I've been seriously still on the topic on the 5 basic needs of what we human beings are exposed to and what we need to do so that we basically enjoy the life, whether you're 60, 70 or 80. Alright, and hopefully when you are on your 60s, you look like you are still in your 40s. I think this is something to work towards. So this week I'm going to share, aside from air that I've talked about, water that I've talked about, food, clothing, I'm going to touch on the 5th one, which is your shelter. Alright, the shelter that you are living in right now. Is it safe? How to make it safe, how to protect your home, what your home is exposed to right now. Alright, so in fact, I'm going to touch on the topic which I did last week, EMF, electronic magnetic field. This electronic magnetic field radiation danger on the rise. Okay, with the increase of is popularity of smart meters, smartphones, everything that is fast wireless internet, going on 5G. In fact, if you do not know, but most of us are, right, we are actually sitting in a electron magnetic field at this very moment, me inclusive. Alright, I'm having a laptop, 2 cell phone. Hi, morning, all my friends in Zurich, woman. Hi, thank you for watching. Alright, so just imagine we are exposed to EMF, in short, at this very moment. If you have your cell phone in your pocket, hanging in front of your chest for the ladies, if you have a cell phone in your bags, wherever it is, you're exposed to EMF. Alright, if you surround yourself with even lights, LED fluorescent lights, you're exposed to some sort of electronic magnetic field. Alright, while you cannot physically see the EMF wave coming at us from every moment, every angle, they are there. Alright, they are there, so they are not going to do us any good. Basically, what is this EMF? The National Institute of Environmental Health Science describe EMF as invisible areas of energy, otherwise known as radiation. You heard of radiation? A lot of our clients that is going through their health treatment, especially if you're suffering from CA, cancer, some will choose chemo, some will choose radiation, depending on the condition. So we're talking about radiation, at whichever level that I'm going to share with you. Alright, this EMF is high, such as when you're using your cell phone as a navigator tool. Higher electron and magnetic field, and close to your body, it can even cause you harm because it's going to damage because of this damaging microwave and free radical within the body. So this is done by the National Cancer Institute. They actually provide a great chart to help you understand the different level of EMF. So if you want this chart, private message me, or you could actually get this link if you were to comment. All right, if you're gonna go and comment right now, that'd be great. All right, I have this chart with you. You could actually tell the level of EMF exposure that you are going through daily. So actually on this chart, you know, there's going to show you power lines, computer things, electronic things, even microwave oven. All right, all right, the source of non-ionizing radiation that's coming from all these things that we're exposed to daily. You know, we are living in this time that we are exposed to all this waves, you know, that's going to damage our body. I mean, right, I mean, the source of electronic magnetic radiations, there are actually 5 sources, which I'm going to touch on. All right, of course, the more damaging one is coming from real X-ray, that you have to do it maybe once every 3 years because you're going through a extensive health check, you know, X-ray and this UV ray and this gamma ray that's used for diagnostic or therapeutic radiation. These are the more damaging one. But I think that is to be done like once every 5 years, 3 years, one time each. But I think it's more dangerous that we're exposed to the, even though less damaging one, but we're exposed to every day. So these are the 5 primary source of electromagnetic frequency that will impact us daily. All right, impact, you know. So number 1, electric field. This actually comes from voltage, like anything electrical, lamps, electrical wires, electrical outlet, extension cord, electrical appliances, even like microwave, your power outlet. All right, this electric field can affect the ability of our neurons to fire and communicate. It can impede inter-cell communication anywhere in our body. And this can lead to things like behavioral change, alter cell growth, cell mutation, impede. I think the more important one is to impede the inter-cell communication within our body. All right, it's like a malfunction of our cells trying to communicate from this part of the cells to that part of the cells. And cell mutation, I mean, people are actually going and suffer. And in fact, in 2021 research report coming from UK, you know, every 2 person, 1 will be suffering from cancer. So of course, fatigue and all this, some behavioral change that could be caused, I'm just saying could be caused by the electric field that's running within your house. I mean, how many hours that you spend at home? You get out of the house, you go to work, get up by 7 a.m, you're back again by 7 p.m, and you're left with the rest of the time at home, especially if you are sleeping at that time. Your electrical things running. So I'm going to share with you how to read away all this thing in the last part. All right, stay with me. So we could be spending another 12 hours at home. When you get back home at night, you have your dinner, and then you go to sleep. These are the precious hours that your body should be resting. But mainly, a lot of us are actually exposed to all this thing without us knowing. In fact, some of us, even when you get back to work, you are again exposed to all this thing because these are some of the equipment that we are needed to help us get to work. Laptops, computers, cell phone, and all this thing. So number 2, what are the one? We call it the magnetic fields. This field occurs when there is imbalance of electrical wiring or around electrical motors like those in your refrigerator. A common magnetic fields most people are exposed to is the main power meter of your house. Stay far away from your main power meter in the house, all right? Avoid also sleeping against a wall that has a power meter outside, right outside. So if you sleep, right, try not to really sleep near to the wall and you're not sure, you know, where the wirings are, then avoid sleeping against the wall. And the further you're away from this source, 5 to 6 feet, all right, 1 feet 2 feet, and then 5 feet. That will probably lessen the intense of the effect. This is advised by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has even labeled this magnetic fuel as class 3 carcinogenic. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3, power lines. Power lines do emit that EMF frequency. If you're not sure, above ground or underground, as I said, power lines are laid on your walls. That's where you get your lights, things like that. So not to sleep against the wall, near to the wall. Try to bring it out a little, 5 to 6 feet away. People that are staying on landed housing, on ground floor especially, your ground are actually laid with a lot of wiring as well. You're grounded with all this wiring, so that's why try to sleep on the second floor of your house. All right, so that's it. Number 4 is actually metal plumbing. Older metal plumbing can actually also carry current. So again, the metal thing that we have in the ground is also grounded on the ground. So if you are living in a landed house, detached house, try not to be resting a lot of the time on the ground floor. Sleep on the second floor. That's basically one of the advice. Okay, last but not least, among the 5 source of electromagnetic frequency that is going to impact us daily, I'm coming to the 5th one: wireless communication, which is actually the biggest topic we're talking about right now. If you Google, if you research, there's a lot of comment on it. There's the pros and cons. Of course, people in the industry will be saying that it's not going to harm us, but the truth is a lot of research has shown that it is more going to do us harm than good. So how do we avoid it? Not avoid using these things, because we are in this first world right now. We can't do without all this internet and smartphone speed that we are so accustomed to get things done. How do we avoid this? But basically, this wireless power meters, or we call it smart meters, cell phones, cell tower that's emitting all this communication requirement, wireless router, and cordless phone, especially this, which transmit whether you are on the phone or not, expose you to both electric and magnetic field, both. All right, when it comes to this wireless communication, the radiation we're talking about, you're supposed to decrease the further you are away from the source. So I'm going to share some of the research. So a lot of reading, a lot of science being done on it. So what is this electromagnetic radiation danger? As more individuals become concerned of the danger of the electric magnetic field, some scientists are actually stepping in, and you will probably see more research, because you're talking about this 5G that's coming, right? So people are concerned. Some scientists are stepping in to do research. So this neuroscientist, Dr. Ollie Johnson, recently stepped forward to present his own evidence from research he conducted on EMF wave. So Dr. Johnson, a professor at Karolinska Institute in Stockholm, Sweden, present evidence from his research at a seminar in environment in health in Barcelona. So the opening of his lecture started with the known negative effect of EMF, which includes hypersensitive to EMF, increase in the allergy and allergy symptoms, potential link to certain cancer, reducing the efficacy of even certain drugs if you're exposed to EMF, and radiation damage. Of course, last but not least, long-term DNA fragmentation. Sounds serious, isn't it? So this, we're talking about this, he pointed out that the danger and the fear surrounding EMF aren't just conjured up by media-driven psychosis. It's not just like we are thinking about it, is it really, because the study actually did some control tests on subjects like the rat. So the study have shown EMF have a measurable effect and are not just psychomatic thinking, you know, is it true? He really did a research on it, and he pointed out how EMF exposure and that has created electronic device have long-term negative impact on our DNA structure. So in fact, he suggested also that 16 years below teens, you know, that uses cell phone unless only for emergency situation, you know, and to avoid kids, you know, individual that is below 16 from using cell phone, because he says that they are more prone to the effect of EMS negative impact. So parents out there, if you have kids and you have given them cell phone because you find that it's easy to contact them, you know, it's for convenience sake, you have to think of ways to avoid the EMF emitting that's going to harm them. So you really have to teach them where to keep the phone, you know, not to keep in their pockets, not to hang around their chest, you know, because in fact, this Dr. Johnson actually did a separate test. He did a test on a 38 years old vegetarian woman, all right, because I guess he picked this sampling as this woman is very good living lifestyle, vegetarian person, no meat, nothing, you know, healthy. And then he also picked another lady at the age of 21, healthy young lady, right? And this both women carry their cell phone hanging in their bra area for numerous years, okay? And the result is both actually developed breast cancer in the exact spot where the cell phone was carried. Scary, isn't it? So I mean, we're talking about scientists has been trying to do research to prove that all this emission EMF has really been a health hazard, all right, to a lot of people. Another 25 million government testing has been found that cell phone radiation could increase the risk of malignant cancer in the brain, and even in the ear, which is a rare tumor of tissue that is covering the nerve. Here, I guess it's because a lot of us currently are using wireless earphone, which I'm going to go into it. And the study have found that higher EMF dose and the higher risk on people that are exposed to using cell phone, and of course together with the wireless earpiece. So in the case of microwave, which they did a test, there's much controversy surrounding EMF radiation. You only need to worry if your microwave is old, and if it's not in good condition, then you have to change the new one, right? Because it's talking about microwave, the EMF is going to seep out and into your body, causing radical to form in the tissue. If you are still using an old microwave, I don't know how do you gauge whether it's an old or new. I guess any electrical product that has crossed more than, for some 3 years or 5 years, it's time to get a new one. So this damage is personally, I do not eat things that's coming from microwave. I've switched to conventional oven, in fact, right? Because reading so much about EMF emissions coming from microwave, I guess it's time to change and go back to the conventional oven, all right? So because it's talking about the frequency that's coming from microwave is around 2.4 Hertz, you know, according to WHO, it may result with a lot of exposures to us. You know, this number is not healthy number for us to be exposed to. Right, so these are very technical thing that I'm talking about, but I mean concerned about us because we're exposed to all these things in our life, in our home. You know, I'm on the topic of shelter. You're living in a shelter, but you're not safe. How do you make sure that a shelter that you're living in is actually safe? Of course, microwave is placed in the kitchen, so you're not going to sleep in the kitchen, but I mean it's still within your house. Yes, if you're still exposed to, then you, as I said, a rule of thumb is 5 to 6 feet away from the items. All right, so regardless of the source, it's probably a good idea to take precaution right now. That's why I'm sharing with you with this. With the rise in power line, a lot of power has been laid just to make things even faster. You're talking about LTE wiring that is being laid so that we are having faster internet, so that we can start to have our 5G, so that we have a faster phone, things like that. We can't avoid all this advancement in technology in our life. What should we do? How to protect yourself against the EMF wave. So I'm going to come to this 4 things you need to do. Basically keep your cell phone and your computer at a distance. Bring down the blue light that's coming from your computer and your phone. That is also one of the cause of emitting the electromagnetic field as well. And basically, do not carry your cell phone right in front of your breast, your bra, your pocket. For the men, for the women as well. That's where it is the key spot of your most important part of your body. All right, avoid carrying it. Avoid using your laptop. Do not put your laptop on your lap. All right, that's what I always been telling my friends and the kids out there. If your laptop has been charged, all right, and you are using it, then make sure that it's not connected to power source, because when it's connected, that's where the EMF will be emitted as well. If you're working on the laptop on an extended period of time, use a separate keyboard or a mouse. So if we are always using a laptop like that, that's a little actions that I always do. I will try to I just don't know, I just shake it off so that I'll make sure that my cells are not to be minimized. So this will minimize the number of hours you spend. So try to minimize the number of spends on your computer. Walk away if you're on your computer for more than like 2 hours. Walk around the house, walk away. All right, because your batteries are housed in your laptop. If you are using a desktop as well, that's where the power is coming. All right, that's number 1. Keep your cell phone and computer at a distance. All right, number 2, avoid Bluetooth headset. As I mentioned, go back to conventional earpiece. While it might be a hassle, but I tell you, it's going to save your life. It's going to bring less harm to you. All right, even though it does still have, because you're connecting your phone to the earpiece, but it's still better than a wireless Bluetooth headset. Well, convenience is good, but I guess saving your health is more important. All right, so because it's pretty common for people having ear cancer and nose cancer because it's so near to your face. So that's number 2. Number 3, invest on EMF shield. That it can actually helps to neutralize and distribute the field away from the source. So EMF shield, you can actually Google. I guess I can send you the link if you want to know the brands, good EMF brands that's available in the market right now. Basically, it's not very common found in Philippines or even Singapore, in Asia. Usually people living in Japan will know about this because they are always exposed to radiations due to the leak of the nuclear power plant. That's why people in Japan, they are the one that has been commonly using EMF shield on their cell phone. They stick on their computer, they stick on their cell phone, they stick on any electronic product. All right, what does it do? It actually diffuse the field and concentrate on the spot where the patches is. All right, this is pretty interesting. It helps to remove somehow, not all, but a little at least, EMF wave that's coming to you. All right, so That's number 3. Last but not least, how do you protect your home? Protecting your home, there's actually 4 points that I'm going to share with you. It might seem like a hassle, but it's your choice, alright? These are the things that we should be doing right now. Number 1, unplug all appliances when you are not using them, especially when you're going to sleep. It will reduce the amount of EMF that's going to emit in your home. So it's not just switching off. Now that I know, that I read more about it. Usually what I did was to switch off my Wi-Fi router, then get to sleep. But knowing that it's not enough, I have to unplug the router before I go to sleep, so that you will not be emitting EMF through the plug, through the source. Alright, avoid unnecessary Wi-Fi technology like wireless diapers that tells you when your diaper is wet. This is something new. It was from the researchers. So yes, this product exists, alright. I didn't even know. So there's actually this wireless diapers that actually tell moms that diapers is wet, rather than depending on your kids that is going to whine and cry because the diaper is wet. So avoid electronic wireless diapers. You know, we've been using all this Fitbit and all this wireless health watches. Well, it's another wireless product that is available in the market, but me and my husband believe that it's going to cause you more harm than it's trying to tell you how healthy you are. So avoid all these wireless electric technologies on your body, especially. Alright, of course it says fluorescent light, avoid using fluorescent light. Now people has been switching to LED. There's no research done on LED, not much research done how harmful LED is, so it looks like it's still safe. Alright, other than that, unplug your Wi-Fi when you're sleeping. As I said, unplug it, not just switching it off. If you keep your router in your home, well, you're not spending a lot of time, so just switch it off. So now we have a habit. Before I leave my house, I'll switch off my routers because I have a dog at home. I don't want him to be exposed to EMF as well, right? So last but not least, keep your bedroom as clear from EMF possible. As I said, you know, especially your bedroom. Alright, you can have your electronic in your room, but unplug everything in your bedroom before you go to sleep, because that's where EMF emission will still carry on if it's still plugged in. So basically, if you hear me and you hear me well, we are living in this first world that everything is electronic technology. We can't avoid having this around our life for the next many years, but we could try to prevent our house, our home at the very least, while you are resting and you are going to have a good rest. Then do what I just said, unplug all the electrical appliances, especially those that is in your bedroom, you know, or 6 to 5 feet from your rest place. Keep it safe for you to rest. Alright, unplug everything, you know, avoid all this electronic emission, EMF things like the Wi-Fi. Oh yes, one more thing, avoid your cell phone, sleeping with your cell phone right beside your head. Alright, that's going to create a lot of havoc in your brain cells, brainwave, I believe. So you should not have your cell phone wherever you're sleeping. Put it in your living room. If somebody's gonna call you, you're gonna hear your ringtone. You should put your ringtone at the highest volume if you're afraid that you're not able to hear somebody calling you. Keep your cell phone far away from your head. Alright, far away from your body, from your most important organs of your body. Alright, and computer, unplug it if you are already fully charged. Make sure that the power is not on your computer or your laptop if your laptop is already fully charged. Alright, because if as long as it's charged, the source is emitting that power as well. So that's all I have for you today. I hope it's helpful. I hope this is a reminder for all of us that we're exposed to all this. And I'm going to talk more on 5G harm next week. There, because it's related. Alright, it's going to relate in our life coming forward. So thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed my sharing, and of course follow us on Simply Nature every Thursday 8 a.m. with me, and every Tuesday with Shan. Oh right, thank you for all those that came for our Simply Nature Health Talk on Tuesday and Ortega's Library. Thank you, Doc Johan and Doc Jimmy, for their valuable sharing. You know, a lot of our clients. Thank you, Jason, for your encouragement. You know, thank you for sharing with us that your cancer marker has been back to normal. You know, keep it up. You know, keep a healthy lifestyle. Stay away from all this EMF. All right, Jason, and of course, thank you for all those that come on that day. We will be doing more health talk like this. All right, we have not decided when, but hopefully we're going to do this more often, maybe quarterly or bi-monthly. So stay tuned. All right, we're going to have another health talk coming. Sign up online. You know, stay tuned with us on our Instagram. We're going to post it there one more time, and hope you guys enjoy my sharing today. Click on the link if you have missed any episode on my YouTube channel. If you're already very familiar with us and you know how to purchase our product, we have this link on international order as well as Philippine order, right? Brought to you by simplynature.asia and pparsasia. Thank you for watching. See you guys. Bye then.